and welcome to another edition of CropLife Retail Week. Paul with Eric Sfiligoj again.
Yes.
Box boy, box person.
Box
I'm
person.
sure we'll be back at some point. I'm sure to most of your disappointment, but I am here, so deal with it.
And to all you fans of Box Person out there, yes, we promise a return visit sometime in the near future when there is a snow day or a holiday scheduled at school. We will have a return of Box Person, I guarantee it.
Right. So, in any event, we had a
occasion.
surprise celebration. We have an MVP program, and this month's MVP is actually Dick Meister, who's going to turn 100. It'll be February, so it'll be this month by the time you're seeing this video, but February we'll be celebrating his 100th birthday, so I had a cake. He's actually down in Florida, but we're having a celebration with cake because that's what we do here at Meister. We have cake when we have birthdays. So it's great to have this for our namesake. He's been really an inspiration, really for all of us. He's the editorial. There are two brothers that really founded the company, or that have carried on the company, and he was kind of the editorial side of it, and he's got just a real simplicity about his approach, in terms of just go for it, chase the dream, really build up the magazine, and giving, kind of empowering people. So that's always been a terrific inspiration. So we appreciate being able to celebrate his birthday.
Yeah, from all of us, of course. Happy birthday, Dick. We appreciate all your efforts through the years, and we've enjoyed our time with you.
Because, of course, he watches every Saturday.
I'm sure he does. So what else is going on, Paul? I guess we were both places very, very cold in the last couple of weeks.
So I was in, you were in Peoria. I was in North Dakota last week for a precision conference, Precision Ag Summit, and it was really good, interesting content. I got to meet, for the first time, I got to meet Gary Wagner. He's kind of from AWG Farms. He's kind of they call him a godfather of precision up there in terms of technology. He's actually from Minnesota, but that whole area, in terms of leadership and technology, he's really been one that's kind of led it. So he did a session on yield monitors and yield monitor calibration, and it gives you appreciation for, one, how difficult it is, and two, now, when we say you should calibrate your yield monitor, you say you should be georeference, it's a lot of work. It's an incredible amount of work to really get the right calibration, and so I guess I had more of appreciation for the challenge of it, and probably why we don't see as much as we probably should on the yield monitor calibration side. But I think overall, real interesting. I think people were really engaged trying to figure out what to do with technology and where things are headed. So it was a good day. It was good 2 days I was there.
Very good. And kind of balmy compared to where I was.
Yeah, it was 7 degrees in Dakota when I was there.
I was going to say, Paul sent a picture of his dashboard on his rent-a-car to me, and it was, 7 degrees, which I have to say is about 30 degrees warmer than Peoria was when we were in Peoria, Illinois, for the Illinois Fertilizer and Chemical Association meeting. It was a high, I think, of -9 on Tuesday the 29th when we were there. And the next morning when we woke up, the actual air temperature was -22. I have never been in such cold conditions. And of course, the best headline was that said that this is colder than the Antarctic today. That was the local newspaper's headline. But the meeting went well, Paul. A lot of people made it in despite the cold weather. And I know that now the government shutdown is over, it sounds like a lot of the suppliers are saying that their growers and other folks who were trying to wait to make their decisions on what they were going to do in 2019 are now jumping on the bandwagon. They're getting out there, making decisions, and it sounds like orders are starting to come in. Things are moving in the marketplace, so fingers crossed. We won't have another shutdown here in the middle of February, but even if it happens, it sounds like things are finally moving in the marketplace.
Yeah, we saw that here at Meister the last couple of days. A lot of ads, a lot of programs freed up, which is really good to see because there's a lot of tension and a lot of waiting as to what's exactly going to happen. So that's good. Hopefully it'll get the 2019 season moving.
Yeah, and one other thing to mention from the IFCA show, I know I was talking to the folks at Wilmar. They make those hoods that you can put on sprayers that'll help reduce or eliminate spray drift. And their folks were telling me that the label, of course, we had the label renewed for dicamba in November here in the United States. But they said that if you look at the label that's up in Canada for dicamba application, that if you are an applicator and you're using one of these spray hoods, that you do not need to adhere to a buffer zone. So the 110 feet buffer zone that you normally need when you're applying dicamba doesn't apply up in Canada if you have a hood on the spray arm. So be interesting to see, Paul, if we may see something like that happen here in the U.S. when they update the label in another year or so.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how closely the U.S. would watch Canada in terms of complaints following it along and see if that actually makes a big difference. But you would think it would.
I imagine winds in Canada are more severe on some of those plains than we have here in the U.S., so we'll see.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I think that's all we've got this week. But again, congratulations, Dick. Happy birthday.
And that's it for this edition of CropLife Retail Week, and we'll see you next week.